Hello there, what is going on, everyone? We are talking about Star Wars Armada today, and is stepping outside of your comfort zone and thinking outside of the box a little bit, breaking away from established norms and taking a chance with doing something different. And I'm going to focus on the Recusant today for the Separatists from the Clone Wars Armada fleets. This is a Star Wars Armada video where we're going to break down a little bit of why things are a certain way and how we can dare to be different. And also, by the end of the video, I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments section, what are some other ships that you've kind of seen a pattern of, this is how this ship is built, and how you can dare to be different. I think it's a fun way to approach things, and maybe I'll do more videos like this where we're living dangerously. It's a fun thing to do in the age of Armada being, not having any new development, and it gives us a chance to look at the wealth of upgrades, titles, ships, and different types of fleets that are out there, and a way to kind of take some time and try some things that we wouldn't have done previously, or things that maybe we wanted to do that we just never got around to. And that's one thing that I am very interested in doing. If you guys are new here to the channel, we're doing lots of giveaways in December, 12 Days of Life Day to be specific. We do this every year, and this year is no different. So December we'll have 12 giveaways. If you want to have a chance to enter to win any of those, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my other videos. And you can also jump into our Discord and check out social media links, and all that stuff is down in the video description below. And if you're interested in Patreon and any of the things that come with that, if you want to support the channel, you can do that as well. All of that stuff is going to be down in the video description below. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. I think the Recusant is a great option to talk about how to break away from the norm, because I know I've tended to build it a very similar way over and over again, and I see more and more Recusants that are built very, very similarly. It's a ship that seems like because it's a large ship, it seems like it's going to be a really good tanky, tough flagship, but ends up not being really as tanky as we would think, and it ends up feeling a lot more like a medium ship. It's a large ship that feels like a medium. We have two versions of it. We've got the light destroyer and the support destroyer. They're not too grossly different, but I tend to like the light destroyer a little bit better because of its long range options and its usefulness with Patriot Fist. And Patriot Fist is really, I think, the established norm for the Recusant. So many folks do run Patriot Fist because it hits like a ton of bricks. It's also dice addition, which is another thing that's really nice in case you're going up against thermal shields or whatever, and that you're just adding a lot of dice. There are just certain lists that lets you add so many dice to a single massive, unstoppable attack, and that's what Patriot Fist tends to do for the Recusant. It's a beautiful thing, and I wanted to say, let's break away from this norm a little bit and try some different things, because if Patriot Fist didn't exist, I'd be looking at the Recusant and saying, well, okay, we don't have a defensive retrofit on here, but we do have a ship that's got a decent movement table. It's got some turning ability. Even at speed 3, it's got like surprising maneuverability at speed 3. It can do, it can get around the board. It's got a beautiful front arc. It's got a very, very beautiful front arc with a decent amount of dice in there. 4 dice. I mean, that's really good. You're getting Star Destroyer dice at long range, and better than a Star Destroyer's arc. You don't medium range you struggle a little bit, but there's definitely ways to make this thing do amazing things. And if you can get into close range, you do have black dice there as well. And we can also, because we're in a Clone Wars ship, we can get black dice at long range potentially as well. And it's got shields all around. It's not too strong. It has 8 hull. It's not too tough for the resilience, but it's got a little bit. And again, there's things that make it feel more like a medium ship rather than a large. But it's got a very respectable dice pool, a very, very good dice pool. So I wanted to take advantage of this this ship design a little bit. And one of the ways to do that is you can also look at the other titles that are available. Of course, I don't think it needs a title. I don't think it has to have a title. But its titles aren't terribly expensive. And, if we're looking away from Patriot Fist, the Nova Defiant is basically just extra tokens, right? You start with 4 different tokens on there. It says when you're deployed, you must choose one of each a type of command token for this card. Your command value is increased to 4, and you can be assigned more than one of each type of command token. And when you reveal a command, you may discard all tokens from this card to gain them. So, ba-boom, it's a big injection shot. It's like Garm Bel Iblis's grandfather served aboard this ship or something like that, and taught him everything he knows. And so it's a very versatile card, a very versatile title. It does have the drawback of increasing your command value to 4, but that's only a drawback if you need to do a lot of different types of commands, and all the different tokens you're going to get are going to help you out quite a bit. It's a pretty cool thing. I mean, kind of wants to work in a trench fleet a little bit as well, but again, any kind of token shenanigans you're doing. But even without token shenanigans, one of the nice things about tokens is that they're just generally useful, regardless of you doing specific token shenanigans. So Nova Defiant, it is pretty cool. Gilded Aegis is the one that I think is even more interesting and plays into the weakness of the Recusant, but also comes with a drawback. It's a 5-point title. It says at the end of the command phase or ship phase, you may discard a redirect defense token to move shields to one of your hull zones. If you do, the number of shields in that zone cannot exceed a maximum of 6. You cannot recover shields in that zone while it is greater than its maximum shield value. It lets you basically get rid of your redirect token, but put all your shields typically in the front, in this case, is what I'm thinking of doing. And yes, you won't have a redirect anymore. However, this doesn't have drawbacks that certain other similar types of things do. It's like, it doesn't say that you can't recover shields anywhere else. It just says that you can't recover shields in that zone. So you can potentially overcharge your shields here as long as you start off with like an engineering command or something like that, which is precisely what you do, right? So Gilded Aegis is really interesting. Now, it does mean you won't have a redirect token. However, this does kind of give some really interesting options, because if you're running General Grievous, you can get that token back, and all of a sudden, that's a beautiful thing. I think Recusants kind of want to run with somebody like Martuk or TK, or somebody who's going to be adding dice or giving you some extra dice work, because you have lots of cool dice. But all of a sudden, Gilded Aegis gives us some really cool use for Grievous, who's already kind of good with the Recusant, considering the lack of a defensive retrofit. Maybe they could get some token refreshing, which kind of helps them brace a little bit more indiscriminately whenever they can and stay alive longer. And so, with that in mind, I thought this would be a great opportunity to build a list and showcase an example of how we might break outside of the comfort zone and take some risks. This is definitely going to be a risky list. It's going to be a risky list because it's going to be ship heavy. A surprise, I'm running a ship heavy list. It's not going to be only ships, though. Don't worry too much about that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a Recusant light destroyer. Now, I want to focus on front arcs. I want to run gunnery teams on these guys. I think I love gunnery team. I think it's a great option on a ship with a front arc this beautiful. And we don't have to. We can still attack out the side a little bit if we want, but we're going to also put, because again, it's a Clone Wars ship, we're going to put swivel mounts on here. So now we can throw a black die out the front. This is beautiful. I mean, with the maneuverability we have, we're always going to be able to point our front towards the enemy fleet. This is going to be a different way to run it, because normally if you're running Patriot Fist, you can only attack once out the front. Now we can attack twice out of the front, and that's going to be a super fun thing. So I think this will be a really fun way to do things. There are definitely options. We could run stuff like Assault Protons. Assault Protons would be great. External Racks would also be great. You can do either one. I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of... I'm not going to go with Assault Protons for this particular build. I'm going to go with External Racks for this one. Reason being is because I've gunnery teams in there. Even though I can roll black dice at long range, evades are always a thing to think about. So I don't want to rely too heavily on black crits. I'm rather have more insurance in case somebody closes the gap and gets right up in my face, and where I'm suddenly at risk, now all of a sudden I can punch back really, really hard, and that's a beautiful thing as well. So that's the kind of the core of this. I'm going to clone this one out, and I'm going to make one of them Nova Defiant, and then I'm going to make one of them the Gilded Aegis. We are going to need Grievous on board. Now, since I don't have rerolls, I don't have black dice rerolls, I do need some defense against the dark arts. The dark arts in this case being blank red dice. That can happen, right? So I am going to put Grievous in there. I'm not going to put him on one of the Recusants, though. They are, of course, deathable after all. Deathable is a new word I just created, which means it can be dealt a killing blow. We're going to put Grievous on the Providence. If you're not familiar with Grievous, Grievous has this really cool ability. It says, when a friendly ship or squadron is destroyed, you may choose a friendly ship or unique squadron at distance 1 to 5 of the destroyed ship or squadron. If you do, the chosen ship or unique squadron might either ready a defense token or recover a discarded defense token and then exhaust that token. So basically you can go from orange to green or from gone to orange, and that basically will allow us to get the Gilded Aegis back. And the beauty about this is we are going to add a couple of our vulture droids. We're going to add we'll add some vulture droids because we can fly one off the board in the first turn and then just give this guy his redirect back like right away. And that's, that's definitely a thing. And I'm going to put 6 in here. Yeah, I know I said I was going squadron heavy. I'm sorry, or ship heavy. I've got three large ships and gunnery team there. So I've got like 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rather. 5 attacks all kind of going forward-ish. Possibly 6 if I can angle the Providence correctly. But I've got a lot of anti-ship firepower here, and this is fun. We took the Providence carrier so we can use the fleet command, and we can put intensify firepower on there. That's part of the game. We are going to put some defensive on here. We're going to give this thing thermal shields, so you can't just come in and take out Grievous. Again, the Providence here is not doing too much. It's just kind of being a well-rounded flagship. It's not trying to go crazy. It'll probably do some squadron commands and send most of these vulture droids out and about and getting things done. And then we have 2 points left over. We can put Hondo out there, but I think we'll be okay on squadrons. We can put Decays on here to make sure that we're continuing to get concentrate fire commands for a while and being able to continue to rock intensify firepower. Except I put Decays on the wrong ship. There we go. We want him on the flagship. You can put him wherever you want, really. Honestly, wouldn't be terrible on the Gilded Aegis either. So I mean, yeah, you can put him wherever you want. I'll put him here so we can continue to feed intensify and you might think, oh well, don't you want to run engineering on there? I think people are going to be going for the Recusants more than the Providence. I think that's what people will probably do. They're certainly a big threat. And even after turn 1, Grievous, we sacrifice 1 vulture, we get that token back, and there probably won't be any shots fired on turn 1. So we'll be able to basically start off with a 6 shields in the front Recusant on that Gilded Aegis, which is going to be really, really cool. So that's my thought for a list of like thinking outside the box, trying something a little bit different. It's always a lot of fun, but I want to hear from you guys. How are you thinking outside of the box? How are you doing stuff that is different than the established norm? There's nothing wrong with taking some chances, doing some things that are different, even if it's not as efficient as going down the trodden path. It's always fun to deviate a little bit, try new things, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. I will talk to you later. I want to thank you guys for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing. Also, this holiday season, if you're looking for some really cool foam or a Magnarax, head over to battlefoam.com. You can use code Crabbok VIP There's links in the description below. You can save 15% if you're looking to pick up some foam to transport your fleets or your armies for other games as well. They have lots of cool stuff over at Battle Foam. Check them out and use that code. You'll save 15%. That's going to do it. I'll talk to you guys later. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. So say we all. And always wash your socks.